Beauty Diaries.
Hello and welcome to Beauty Diaries. My name is Namuri Edemioya. Today we are at the Africa Air Summit taking place in Abuja, the 4th edition. Today is day 2 at the African Air Summit, and so far we've had different presentations from Kemi Louise of KLS Natural Beauty Salon. Also, we've had the topic of getting your beauty business right from the start. Kelechi Koko, CEO of Yellow CC. We've also had Understanding the Basics of Natural Hair by Michelle Ntalami from Kenya. And of course, other presentations. Dakori Ebosin is in the house today. Nikhil Shinawa is also around today. And from here, we'll proceed to the gala night. So we have some people we want to talk to again today and get to know more about natural hair, the business of it, taking care of your hair, and many more. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome once again to Beauty Diaries with Namure.
Beauty Diaries.
Okay, I told you earlier that we'll be bringing in hair professionals, entrepreneurs, product entrepreneurs. So with me today, once again, this year at the 2019 African Hair Summit is Michelle Ntalami.
Hey, Namure.
Hi, darling.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Thank you so much for
Michelle.
having me.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yes.
Michelle is the CEO of Marini Naturals. Don't mind my tongue
Yes.
twist. From Kenya.
Yes.
So our African sister is in the house.
Oh, nice. And hey, Nigeria. Hello, Abuja. Mwah, it's really nice to
Beautiful.
be here. So I'm the founder of Marini Naturals, which is one of Africa's leading natural hair care lines.
I love the way you sell yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
So how's it been with, your experience last year?
Yeah.
And, before this year's?
Okay, I think it's been phenomenal. So as soon as I, took part in the African Hair Summit 2018, that's last year, the feedback has been amazing. We've gotten so many requests from not just Nigeria, but West Africa to have my product sold in your market. And we've been working towards that with the African Hair Summit team from last year all the way to this year. So this year, there's no way I was gonna miss it. I'm part of the African Hair Summit family.
Correct.
And that I will always be involved with the team.
Beautiful. Now let's talk about your presentation earlier. You told us about, it was quite enlightening.
Yeah.
Some kind of refreshers course happened there.
Yeah.
Now let's talk briefly about how you manage your hair.
Yeah.
Based on your presentation.
So I gave my listeners a simple formula, 2. One of them is the pillars, the rule book to managing natural African hair. Okay, not Caucasian, not white, African hair.
Yeah.
Is what I call the triple M. Moisture, your hair must always be moisturized. Manipulation, do not manipulate your hair a lot.
Why?
Because it then makes it weak and it makes it brittle and break.
Okay.
So try to keep your hands off your hair and just like do less is more with natural African hair. And finally, manipulation, which is following a natural hair regimen. So under manipulation, I gave them now the other formula, which is cleanse, condition, moisturize, seal, style. Once you know that, it's pretty simple. I call it CCMSS. Very simple. You cleanse your hair, that means you wash it with shampoo or co-wash, which we have as Marini Naturals. And then you condition your hair, either deep condition or detangle. And then you moisturize with a detangler or a conditioner or a spritz. And then you seal with a butter and you style with an oil or a butter. Yeah.
So all of this is the best way to take care of your hair.
It is the only way.
Yours is soft.
Thank you. Like wherever you go, guys, whether you are styling your hair in a salon or you're styling at home or you're styling with the world's biggest celebrity hairstylist.
Follow the rules.
Yeah, exactly. That is the formula they will use. So if you have that, it's like you have it on your fingertips.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a recipe, so to speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now tell us what's the future? I asked this last year, and of course you were right talked about what you said.
Yeah.
So what's the future for the business in its entirety?
One thing is the natural hair industry in Africa and around the world is not going anywhere. We're here to stay. Okay, so this is the time to invest in a business in the natural hair space. Forget even just the natural hair space, in the natural space, whether it's makeup or skincare or food or clothing or hair care, so long as it's natural. I'm one of those people who have a strong gut feel, and I'm very intuitive, and I can tell that the industry is here to stay. So the future is, I was saying, the future is African, the future is black, the future is female.
Yes.
And I really am encouraging so many entrepreneurs to step out of their shell and get into this business. The cake is too big for us to eat alone. Let's share this cake as Africans, and let's grow the economy in the industry. And one of my taglines for Marini is "From Africa with Love," meaning let's show the world what Africa is made of. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Thanks, Nam.
for coming, and we'll be right back after this break.
Beauty Diaries.
Still at the African Hair Summit. Last year we featured her with all, the glam and everything. And we're glad to have her here on our seats on Beauty Diaries at the makeshift studio, coming to you from the African Hair Summit 2019. Kemi Lewis is in the house. Yeah. You know the promo, I can still remember you doing this. It's still on.
Yes, my default. Yay! Excited look. Excited me, yes.
Good to have you again, Kemi.
Thank you very much.
How's you been?
I've been fabulous.
Making all the money.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Okay, congrats on opening your third salon.
Yes.
You see why I was talking about money? Anyway, now for today, I've been thinking, what will Kemi talk about? You've done a lot of trainings for people. Are people, or rather the stylists, really able to do what you do?
Replicate.
Yes, replicate what you do. Follow-ups. What have the trainings been like?
So, what I like to train people on, is typically, the natural hair styling, because that's my what will I call it now? The thing that I'm known for is my niche, yes, my passion, and I love teaching. Something I was just, I'll just take to you that I discovered how much I love teaching. I've been training quite a number of people in natural hair styling, which is what I'm known for, the natural hair updo, as they call me, the queen of natural hair updo. So I love teaching people how to, create different things with natural hair. Again, because my passion is to change the narrative with, with how natural hair is perceived and how it is styled. So I do that. And I do find that quite a number of people, yes, they come through, they're really passionate, and they're able to not just take what I'm teaching them, but take it to the next level by infusing their own take, which is what I love, because everybody's, has their own sort of thread of creativity in them. So it's always a good thing when you can take something and then put your own spin on it. And then of course you have other people who, they come, especially people who may be salon owners and, they're stylists. And then you have some who's like, okay, they sent us to another training, but I mean, sometimes, they do something with this, but for the most part, it's been a good experience, and it's been good feedback from the people that have come. People have started their salons with this and all of that, so it's been really good.
Awesome. Now, Kemi, I've always wanted to talk to you about hair coloring, because I see you do a lot of that, and you do it very well.
Thank you.
People love coloring their hair to different, when they get tired of having the black look. Same look, yes. So let's talk intensely about hair coloring for natural hair. How do you go?
So what I say, because a lot of people run away from hair coloring with good reason too, because when you color your hair, you're altering permanently, the structure of your hair. So to take or to make that commitment, you also have to be committed to the work that comes with hair coloring, because you can't just color your hair and just fold your arms and think that's the end of it.
Yes.
You need to put in work. Now we already know that natural hair tends to be dry, and with color, if you don't, if you're not keeping up with your maintenance, with your regimen, what you find is that your hair becomes even drier, then it becomes brittle, and then it starts to break off. That's why people say coloring breaks off the hair. True. It doesn't, but if you are not maintaining your hair as you should, then you will begin to get breakage. So coloring is a fantastic way, to switch up your look, to get a different, vibe and all of that. But I always tell my clients, you need to be committed to the regimen that you have to follow after. So if you come to me, we do a consultation, you want to get color in your hair, I ask you a few questions. If you tell me, oh, I moisturize my hair once a week or when I feel like, I'm not going to color your hair, because I know that you are not going to be committed to that, to moisturizing your hair, getting regular deep conditioning treatments, getting, strengthening treatments. I know you won't. I won't do it because you say, oh, Kemi colored my hair, all broken. Exactly. But, so it's a two-way thing. I will do the color, but you also have to be committed. So it can be done. But your hair has to be healthy enough to take it, first of all, and then you have to be committed to the work that comes after.
Thank you so much, Kemi.
You're welcome.
It's always exciting, fun, having you on set. I've been talking to Kemi Lewis, owner of KLS Salon and Beauty Bar. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stay with us in Abuja.
I'll try.
Don't you all like it? We'll be right back after this break. Stay tuned.
Beauty Diaries.
We're here at the African Hair Summit to talk to naturalistas, professionals in the natural hair industry. And I have with me Kelechi Coco of Yellow City. And you're very yellow.
I was born yellow.
I know. Good to have you.
Thank you.
Welcome to Abuja.
Abuja is good to me.
Yes.
I like Abuja, yes.
Will you stay back?
No.
Will you have a branch?
Maybe, possibly in future.
Hallelujah. We're praying. Okay, now let's quickly talk about your business, natural hair. You're one of the first to start natural hair salons in Nigeria. How did it all start for you?
Well, first of all, I didn't start the natural hair salon immediately. I started blogging about hair, documenting my own journey.
Oh, that's true.
And started making my own hair, and my daughter and a couple of friends. And I saw some women started reaching out to me, oh, can you help us make our hair this weekend or the other? And I decided, you know what, I can't be going to people's houses or having them come over to my house. I decided to set up a salon.
Have you ever had a relaxed hair before? So you had a big chop?
Yes, I was completely relaxed, yeah. I was relaxed, my daughter was texturizing her hair. So, I mean, while I was in secondary school, we cut our hair from our JS1 to SS, so I didn't have any experience with relaxer, which I think is a blessing for me, considering the level of hair damage people are dealing with now. I think I was lucky enough that, for 5-6 years of my adult life, I didn't have that issue. So the transitioning into natural hair was kind of seamless for me because I didn't wear my relaxed hair for a very, very long time if I went natural.
Some people start having natural hair or decide to have natural hair. One, because they're tired of the relaxers and they've had burns and they want to rest their hair or their scalp. Some people go into it for fashion, if they can manage it, and then some because of hormones, Say, okay, let me go off. For different personal reasons, a lot of people have decided to have their natural hair back, and the industry is growing. When it began, some people were, probably laughing and like, what are you guys doing? But you see, now I don't know if people still talk about relaxers, but of course, other people have natural, regular pattern, relaxed hair. Tell me, what would you say to someone watching you right now on why you should have natural hair if you want to, and how you should take care of it?
First of all, I think the easiest way to approach telling people about natural hair is telling them the benefit of natural hair.
Exactly.
So initially, most of us, like I started going natural. I went natural because I didn't like the effect of the relaxer on my scalp. I didn't like the burns and everything. We didn't have enough kind of information we have today. And now we have so many bodies in Nigeria, Ministry of Health telling us the side effects that these relaxers cause, the havoc it wreaks, like cancer. We have people talking about fibroid. We have people saying that you have younger girls seeing their periods, menstruation earlier than it's normal. So I mean, if we come from that aspect, we see that, I mean, it's a good thing to be natural. This is the hair we were born with. We were not kind of raised to know how to nurture this hair. Well, it's not a natural thing for us. We weren't raised that way. So it's a shock to most people to realize this. So people like us come in and say, you know what, we didn't have the initial knowledge of how to manage this hair. Now we have this knowledge. We're trying to educate people and tell them, this is how you go about it. This is how to go natural without that entire struggle. So I think if we come from the medical aspect and say, there's so many issues, surrounding this relaxer that we are not very sure of.
Yes.
So if we can eliminate that, relaxer, then it's easier for people to actually go out of their way to learn more about their natural hair.
Okay. Now we know that. So basically, what do you do in your salons when it comes to conditioning, washing, and all of that? Some tips that one can also use for taking care of their hair.
The first thing is that water is your friend. Water is your friend. In fact, most natural hair people see that. There's some people that say, oh, when I pour water on my hair, it becomes instantly soft. First of all, the most important thing is water. Now, we've gone through aspects of knowing that it's not every shampoo and every conditioner that will work, because our natural hair thrives on moisture. So we try to eliminate products that actually leave our hair feeling drier than usual. So, and we have amazing producers in Nigeria. We have people manufacturing products for us natural hair people. So we have products that are like shampoos that are sulfate free, conditioners with very moisturizing agents, and even those that are a bit strengthening by way of protein treatment like hydrolyzed wheat are still soft for our own hair texture. So basically, if you come to my salon, we're going to wash your hair, we're going to condition your hair, a lot of infusing of moisture into that hair, so that when we're dealing with the hair, it's not a bit of a struggle and it's not what people consider like stubborn. When I
yes,
say hair is stubborn. So we're trying to get rid of that entire mindset.
Now, talking about taking care of the hair, you said something about a lot of products coming out. What's your take on all of these products? We have a lot of natural hair products. A lot of people have gone into the business of it, making it. So you use a lot of these products.
Yes.
So what do you think is the future for
Oh, I think it's a very great thing happening. In fact, incidentally, when I set up my salon, I set it up with Natural Nigerian, who is a local producer. And like everything, anything that started, it looks very good, and you see a lot of people running towards this industry. It will get to a point where you sift out the chaff from the real ones. Some people are in it for the money. Some people, their products don't meet up to par. So you see that people quickly decode, and it's either you completely remove your product from the market, or you go and learn and try to retrieve your product. So I think it's a great thing that we're making this product, and for the first time, we are actually making something for ourselves, and people are acknowledging it. Because the initial time that I set up a salon, I had some ladies, especially the older generation, bluntly refused to use anything made in Nigeria. Bluntly refused. So I mean, gradually they're accepting it, because what I have chosen to do is to kind of eliminate some of these foreign products and kind of infuse my market, my salon, with local products, making my clients comfortable with using this product, and kind of improving our economy while we're going about that. And it is easier for me, it's kind of more affordable for my salon to be able to purchase this product locally than for me to try and get products from outside Nigeria.
Thank you so much for helping us with this information. Loads of it we've learned from. I've been talking to Kelechi Koko, and she's been giving us tips. She's the owner of LCC Natural Hair Salon in Lagos, and we just want to appreciate her. Thank you again for coming. Okay, we'll be right back after this break. Stay with us.
Beauty Diaries.
In the beauty industry, makeup, hair, nails, a lot of people have come up to produce their own products made in Nigeria by Nigerians. How have they been encouraged, and what are the processes put in place to make sure that these people do the right thing and, of course, grow in the business? With me today is Mr. Amanu Joel of the Abuja Enterprise Agency, and welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Okay, so which of the units are you?
Okay, I'm the coordinator of the Federal Capital Territory Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise One-Stop Shop. the one-stop shop is SME facilitation mechanism where we have government regulatory bodies situated in one location. The idea of it is to ease doing businesses. We find that there's a lot of gap between the information from regulatory bodies and also the practitioners in the MSME sector. What we try to achieve here is to enlighten them that these regulations are actually in their best interest. You find shelving the products they produce at the end of the day.
Yes.
You need to comply to certain standards, so also to certain criteria also.
Yes.
As well. It works both ways. For the customer, they want a product they can trust. You pick up a bottle of water from the shelf. You want to be sure that it's pure. It doesn't contain any filtrations. And it's a process, really. The likes of NAFDAC ensure that there are strict adherences in the process of producing these things. That's why government regulations are there. Yeah. And also, it's not we don't try to scare away MSMEs because really they are the highest employer of labor in the country. And so we try to make the running business in Nigeria as easy as possible.
Okay.
One of such examples is that having first point of call, you want to start a business, you need to get the business registered. So you're looking at CAC, which is located somewhere in Maitama.
Correct, central area.
Yeah, you need to get that company taxable, and so you have dealings with FIRS. FIRS is located somewhere again in another part of town.
Exactly.
And then you look at NAFDAC in Zone 7, SON, yet another location.
Exactly. So you have to go through all these processes.
Depending on the nature of the services you want to render or what you're producing.
Yes.
And then how do you even know what the next step of action is? So that's for reasons such as these is why we have the one-stop shop.
Okay.
It's an information bank that keeps you on track with what you need to do and how to get there. And then we also try to see how we can shorten the processes to ensure that businesses are not so daunting on the people who are trying to be productive, and how the government tries to see how best they can be of service to them.
Okay. Yeah. That's some information. Thank you so much
you.
for sharing that with us. We appreciate your presence in on our mini sets. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. I've been talking to Joel, and he's given us some information for business owners, entrepreneurs, and how to go about, first tracking your business. One-stop shop, he calls it, the Abuja Enterprise Agency. Thank you so much.
Beauty Dairies.
Now, Dakare is one of the envoys for the African Air Summit 2019 taking place in Abuja at the Transcorp Hilton. Let's talk about your presentation earlier. What was it all about?
It was about redefining the beauty industry for Africans. And I think it's so key because, we've been, for such a long time, we've been exploited as Africans. We've always had the West coming in to take and not put anything back. So we need to be careful so that we don't lose our natural hair industry to the Asians. I'm sorry, I don't have anything against Asians. I love Asians just like every other people in the world, but we need to also preserve our own. I highlighted a documentary I watched called Good Hair. It was done by Chris Rock. And in that documentary, he highlighted the fact that the American beauty industry is worth $9 billion, and $7 billion of that is by the Asians. They're the ones benefiting.
Yeah,
and that's right. They're making the products for us to use. So it doesn't make sense, really, does it? It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
So we also have to be careful so that we don't lose our industries to foreigners. We have a real opportunity here to own our narrative as regards to our hair, the ingredients we put in our products. We will care for our hair more than foreigners would because it's not their hair. So this is, a potential for growth, for business, for self-reliance, for self-sufficiency. I mean, if you have your own business, of course, you're not going to have to be begging anybody. We know how the economy is tough. We're expecting government to do all this. Government can't do everything for us. We have to take matters into our own hands, and that was basically some of the stuff that I was talking about.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Also, we have a lot of products now. From last year into this year.
Oh my God.
A lot of products made by Nigerians for Nigerians and Africans.
Yes.
The influx of all of this has to be managed properly.
Yes.
What would you advise?
Well, I would advise NAFDAC. I mean, NAFDAC for now is the body that really makes sure that everything is in order. So I would want them to step up their efforts. And I also want to encourage people who are making these products. Make it and think about, like, if I'm making this product, let me make something that I will be proud to use, that my children could be proud to use, that I will not have any fear, because a lot of people sometimes, just because they want to make money, they're not thinking about others, they're not thinking about their actual consumers, so we have to think about it and make a product that you'll be proud of. And so that it's not only about packaging, because packaging is important, but what is in the product is actually more important, so it should be in tandem. So I want to say, so it's not just NAFDAC has their own job, but the manufacturers also have their own job to make sure that what they're making is worthy of human consumption, because whatever we put in or on our skin goes into our bodies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on Beauty Diaries, and we hope we'll see you again.
For sure. Not alone.
I'm just soon.
Yes.
It's been an awesome time at the 2019 African Hair Summit, talking to a lot of people, getting to learn, know more, and network with people. The African Hair Summit is a platform created for people with natural hair to know how to deal with their hair, to sell products, and of course learn more about styling their hair. And this is how we round off today on Beauty Diaries with Namure. I'm sure and I hope that you've learned a lot following us all through the process, starting from day one to now. Please follow us on our social media platforms. We'll be there to lead you through. If you have questions, if you need to contact some of these people we've brought to you today, we're always there for you. And don't forget, we're also there for you to showcase your products with a minimal sum of money, and everybody would know what you're doing in the beauty industry. My name is Namure Edwemioya. Remain beautiful inside and out. Bye-bye.